there, it's me, Nancy Drew. You're just in time for my latest mystery, Treasure in the Royal Tower. Choose your difficulty level to start off. If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click the tutorial button first, for a few tips on how to play the game. Dear George, so much for my Wisconsin ski vacation. I arrived here at Wickford Castle last night, just before a blizzard swept in. The mountain is completely shut down, and the surrounding roads are closed. I think I'm one of the few guests who made it to the castle at all. The place is huge and old, and slightly creepy under the circumstances. You should hear this wind. What's more, the owner, Christy Lane, my father's friend, is away on business. I tried to ask the caretaker, Dexter Egan, how I could contact her, but he said he didn't know. Doesn't that seem odd? I couldn't help feeling like there was something he wasn't telling me. All this makes me a little nervous, but I'm determined to enjoy myself. After all, this is a vacation, right? I have big plans to explore the castle. That Ezra Wickford, the original owner, must have been quite a character to have built such an extraordinary place. It's filled with strange, dead-end corridors, for one thing. And I noticed one of the towers is totally different from the other ones. Of course, I'll have to save some time to meet Jacques Brunet, the French ski instructor. Tell Bess she'll be the first to know if he's half as gorgeous in person as he looks on his website. So, George, I guess things never quite go according to plan, but at least this time, the culprit is just a snowstorm. Talk to you soon. Love, Nancy. Now all I need is a mailbox. I'd better take my key with me.
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon. I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later. Thanks.
Hi, you've reached the Fane residence, but no one's home to take your call. Please run 5 laps around the castle and try again later.
Sounds like the radiator is broken. Dead end. It's locked. It's locked. This one goes nowhere.
Hello, Miss Drew. Did you get squared away upstairs?
All square. I just need a stamp to send this letter, and then I'll be off to explore the castle.
Well, I can take your letter, but the mail's not going anywhere for a while. It's snowing like there's no tomorrow out there. So explore all you want. Take the grand tour. But forget about the library. It's off limits.
Sounds like you mean business, Mr. Egan. What happened? Too many overdue books?
Someone vandalized our historic library. Really turned the place upside down. The owner, Miss Lane, she's gonna be pretty upset.
Why would anyone want to vandalize the library?
I have no idea. I straightened up in there before check-in yesterday and everything was fine. Now it looks like a bomb went off. Books everywhere, and somebody hacked a big hole in one of the walls. I locked the place up and called the police, but who knows when they'll be able to get here.
The police? Was anything stolen?
I can't tell, but somebody's definitely after something.
What else has gone wrong?
Well, this Professor Hotchkiss just called me in a terrible flap, saying our room's been robbed. I went up there, but she wouldn't open the door to talk about it. Wouldn't even tell me what was missing. So what's she want me to do about it?
What strange behavior. I'm curious. I wonder if she might open the door to talk to me.
Well, Hotchkiss has a pair of ski boots in the basement. The Frenchman's been working on them for her, but he won't deliver them. Says he's a ski instructor, not a bellhop. I hate to ask this, but if you could grab those boots and bring them up to her, it might smooth her feathers. Sure would smooth mine.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Did you hear what happened? Someone broke into the library and vandalized it. Dexter locked it up. He's saying the culprit must be one of us in the castle. Can you believe it?
Why would it be one of us?
Apparently, the only guests who made it here before the blizzard set in are you, me, and Professor Hotchkiss. And then there's the on-staff suspects. Dexter, our friendly desk clerk, and Jacques Brunet, ski instructor extraordinaire.
What do you know about Professor Hotchkiss?
Oh my gosh! Wait till you hear this! Hotchkiss is this nutty old woman who's always typing and talking to herself in her room. I was walking past her door earlier, and I heard her screaming that her room had been robbed.
Wow, Did she say what was stolen?
Not that I could hear. She just kept wailing, "My theory, my theory." I think she teaches history, or maybe a foreign language. I thought I heard a couple of French words pop out of her mouth. But don't quote me on that either. I only barely passed Spanish in high school.
Do you have a theory about all this?
Hardly. I'm just a humble photojournalist covering weird old mansions in the Midwest, and this place is one of the weirdest. Did you know Ezra Wickford, the original owner, shut himself away in here for like 50 years?
You must know a great deal about this place.
Not really, but I sure want to get into that tower that came from France. It'd be great for my story. Too bad Wickford sealed it off. Maybe it's his ghost making those creepy noises at night.
I wonder why he didn't want anyone to go into the tower.
Creepy, right? I mean, did we stumble onto the set of As the Castle Turns or what? Well, you probably want to get settled. I wonder what we're gonna do with ourselves while we're all cooped up in this place.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
It's locked. Jacques must be gone.
The combination is 517, but it's not working. Hello there, Dead End. My name's Nancy Drew.
It's too dark. I should take the elevator.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'm dying to find a way into that tower. Where do they usually hide the secret entrances in weird old Midwestern mansions?
I guess I should know, shouldn't I? Too bad most of the places I've covered aren't any weirder than imitation butter. I wish you'd hurry up and find it, though, so we can check it out.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
Did Hotchkiss get her boots?
Not yet, Mr. Egan.
That's a shame.
I think there's something wrong with my radiator. It hisses, and there's a clanging noise, too. Could you check it out for me?
Sorry about that inconvenience, but you're just gonna have to sit tight for a while. I'm the only one on duty while the owner's away. And around here it seems like even if it ain't broke, it still needs fixing. Last time I checked, there were only 24 hours in a day. Sorry, not yet.
So, how long have you been working here?
A while.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon. I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later. Thanks.
Hello?
George, it's Nancy.
Great timing, Nancy. Bess and I were just saying how we wish we were out on the ski slopes with you. Hang on, I'll get her to pick up the other phone. Hey, Bess, our favorite detective's on the phone.
Hey, Nancy, how's the vacation?
I guess you haven't gotten my letter. Not only do I have a blizzard on my hands, but I may have stumbled onto another case, too. The castle library was vandalized, and one of the other guests says her room was robbed.
Boy, oh boy! Have you searched the library for clues yet?
Well, that's the thing. Dexter Egan, the caretaker, says it's locked up and off limits until the police can get here. But who knows when that'll be.
That's funny, Nancy. I didn't know the phrase off limits was even in your vocabulary.
Seriously, though, don't you think that your dad's friend, Christy Lane, would feel better knowing that you're on the case, at least until the police can take over?
She's right, Nancy. I mean, who knows what this Egan guy is all about anyway? Sounds like you're just gonna have to find an alternative entrance to that library.
Here I go again. Just hope I don't have to slide down the chimney.
And what about this robbery? Who got robbed?
I'm not sure. The guest's name is Professor Hotchkiss. I think she's a bit eccentric.
You mean weird?
Nutso?
A few sandwiches short of a picnic?
Okay, you guys. I just mean that I'm not sure how reliable her testimony will be.
Yeah, but she'll probably tell you something important, whether she means to or not.
I met this nice woman, Lisa Ostrom.
What's her deal?
She's a photojournalist doing a story on the castle. She sure got me curious about that tower.
Oh, yeah? Does she know where the entrance is?
I don't think so.
Well, keep an eye on her, Nancy. Those photojournalists are born snoopers, you know.
George, are you suggesting that Nancy is a second-class snooper? You're going to give our friend a complex.
Oh, right. Like Nancy doesn't know she's the Prime Minister of snooping.
Ladies, I need inspiration, brain juice, a hint.
They don't call us your trusty sidekicks for nothing.
Help, I'm a little stuck.
Don't you have some errands to run, places to go, and people to see?
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Nancy.
See ya!
It's locked.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je m'appelle Jacques Brunet. So, what brings you to beautiful Wisconsin?
Bonjour. Je m'appelle Nancy Drew. I'm here on vacation. What's your excuse?
My excuse?
Well, this is an awfully long way from the French Alps. Did you come to Wisconsin for the cheese?
I am here for Isabelle, mon petit chou. She's an American studying at the university in Madison, and I've asked her to marry me. That is excuse enough to be in Wisconsin, n'est-ce pas? And besides, I am not the first French work of art to end up here.
Work of art? What are you talking about?
I am speaking of the Queen's Tower, of course. It comes from the Chateau Rochemont in a town in France near where I grew up. Didn't you notice it when you drove in?
Yes, I did notice. What an amazing feat it must have been to take that thing apart and put it back together.
The French are talented people, Nancy. We are good at many things, not just making wine and romance, you know. But tell me, how will you spend your time here, Nancy?
I'm dying to have a look inside that library. I heard it was vandalized. Do you know anything?
Nancy, a pretty girl should not worry herself with this type of thing while she is on vacation. I should warn you, Dexter is very protective of this place. He does not take kindly to people snooping around where they should not.
Don't worry, Jacques. The last thing I want to do is get myself grounded.
Ciao! Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
Tell me about these boxes you're making.
When I am not skiing, I need some other way to express myself. So voila! I make these hot boxes for keeping secrets safe. I'm sure you have many secrets, Nancy.
Do you know much about the tower that's closed off? I heard the original owner imported it from France.
It comes from the Chateau Rochemont in a town in France near where I grew up. Marie Antoinette used to visit this tower when she was Queen of France. Until she lost her head in the Revolution, that is.
Dexter told me the combination to my locker, number 310, is 517. I tried it, but the locker won't open.
Dexter must be confused, because I think that is the combination for number 311. Try 311.
I need to bring Professor Hotchkiss her boots. Do you have them?
Yes, I fixed her boots. But you should be relaxing by the fire, sipping cocoa, Nancy. Not running errands for Dexter.
I'll talk to you later.
A bientôt! Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
I'll talk to you later.
Ciao!
Yes, hello? Is that Jacques with my boots?
Professor Hotchkiss? My name is Nancy. I'm sorry to hear that your room was robbed. Could I ask you a couple of questions about the incident?
Beep! Professor Hotchkiss is not available at this time. Thank you and goodbye. Beep! That must be my boots at last!
Your boots are coming right up, Professor Hotchkiss. I promise. What are you working on in there, anyway?
Oh, good. Boots, fine. Thank you. Everything is fine. Just leave the boots at the door, please. Yeah. Oh, and it seems I'm out of change. I'll just have to tip you the next time, Mandy.
No tip is necessary, Professor Hotchkiss. I don't actually work here. My name's Nancy Drew. I heard your room was robbed, and I'd like to find out what was taken so that Mr. Egan can report it.
Everything's under control, dear. Nothing to report. Thank you for my boots. My poor feet have been feeling so exposed.
Can I help you?
About my radiator, Mr. Egan. Do you think you'll be able to fix it anytime soon?
Sorry, not yet. Hotchkiss called to report that she got her boots. But now I'm told that the light is out in the back stairwell. Could you check the circuit breaker in the basement and make sure it's working?
Some vacation this is turning into.
Hi there, how's it going?
What do you know about Jacques Brunet?
Didn't you watch the last Winter Olympics? He's France's big cheese of skiing. He holds the record for the 500-meter slalom, but he totally choked at the games. I guess he's washed up now, but at least his looks haven't gone down the tubes.
So tell me more about the life of a photojournalist. It must be very glamorous at times.
Well, there's nothing glamorous about the pay, I can tell you that much.
There was a little mix-up with the lockers, and I accidentally opened yours.
Yeah, and?
Well, I was kind of confused. I was just trying to see whose stuff was in there, and I found a bunch of IDs in your bag. They all had your picture and other people's names on them.
A savvy photojournalist always carries a couple of alternate identities, Nancy. When you're working under deadline, you don't always have time to play by the rules. I'm sure you know what I mean.
Does your job take you to exotic, far-off places?
Well, there is a lot of travel. Too bad I'm so useless with foreign languages.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
Did you figure out the problem with the circuit breaker?
I guess I haven't gotten around to it yet.
That's a shame.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Turn them back on! Hey!
Yes?
I don't want to pester you, Mr. Egan, but the radiator...
Thanks for dealing with the circuit breaker. Okay, we're really making progress here, kid. So, you go up to Hotchkiss's room and see what she wants for dinner. She's not answering her phone.
No problem, boss.
Ugh! Virginia Woolf never endured such interruptions. Who is it?
It's Nancy again. Dexter needs to know what you want for dinner.
Oh, hard to think of food candy when I'm riding the raging rapids of my theory. Oh, right now, I have plenty of pre-packaged energy globules to keep me going. But tell Baxter that I am developing a powerful craving for couscous. Yes, couscous for dinner would be splendid. I'll have a nice tip for you next time, Fanny.
Yes?
The professor says she has a hankering for, couscous.
Couscous? Never heard of it. Tell her to order something off the menu.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Is that my couscous already?
Hi, Professor. It's Nancy again. Hoping you might be ready to talk to me about the robbery.
Oh, can't talk now, dear. The energy globules have brought on a carbo rush. I'm a little out of my head, desperate for protein all of a sudden. Is that my couscous already?
Sorry, Professor, but there's no couscous in the house. You'll need to choose something from the hotel menu.
Well, I don't have a menu. At least not from this hotel. Be a doll and fetch me one, will you, Ta-ta?
Did you bring Hotchkiss a menu?
Whoops. I guess I forgot.
That's a shame.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Hello?
Ned, it's me.
Well, you're a sound for sore ears. Bess called me and told me your vacation is rapidly turning into another mystery. So who do you think the vandal is?
I really don't know. It would help if I could at least imagine a motive. But why would anyone want to vandalize a beautiful old library?
There must be more to it than meets the eye. Sounds like you better find a way to get in there and take a look around.
I'm trying to get into the library, but the door is locked and I can't find any other way in.
Maybe the detective entrance isn't through a door at all. There must be a more creative way to drop in on the crime scene.
You don't think I should just borrow Dextra's extra key from the front desk?
I don't know, Nancy. Waltzing right through the front door isn't very adventurous, and it might not be as easy as you think.
Apparently, this castle's tower used to be a hangout for Marie Antoinette.
Who's that? Ezra Wickford's wife?
Are you kidding? Marie Antoinette was a famous queen of France.
And she used to hang out in Wisconsin?
No, silly. The tower was originally part of the Chateau Rochemont in France. Ezra Wickford fell in love with the tower and imported it to Wisconsin.
And Marie didn't want to come along.
Well, that would have been pretty tough for her, considering... Ned Nickerson, are you pulling my leg?
What do you mean, Nancy?
You know very well that Marie Antoinette was beheaded in 1793, don't you?
Well, yeah. I guess I read something about that when I studied the French Revolution. But when did Wickford show up?
He didn't discover the tower until the 1920s, over 100 years after Marie's death.
Whew! I think I'm all clear now. Thanks for straightening that out for me, Detective.
You are some pain in the neck, pal.
Good thing I'm so cute.
Are you ready for a crazy coincidence?
Only if it's a crazy one.
Ezra Wickford also imported the library, and it seems that he bought it from the family of Jean Leboeuf, the revolutionary commander who captured Marie Antoinette when she was trying to escape from France.
You're kidding. So Wickford imported Marie's tower and her enemy's library?
Exactly.
Doesn't Leboeuf mean the cow in French?
Actually, I think it just means the beef.
Well, in any case, I bet the guy would be happy to know that his library ended up in the heart of America's Dairyland.
Put on your thinking cap. I need a hint.
Hold on. Thinking cap on. Stand by for a hint. The castle sounds huge. You're gonna wear yourself out unless you start taking the elevator. But remember, the castle is old and may not be in the best working order. Just be careful, and don't take any unnecessary leaps.
Bye, Ned.
Call me soon.
Hello?
George?
And Bess too. What's new, Nancy?
I met my ski instructor, Jacques Brunet. He sure is French.
Ooh la la, those accents should be illegal.
I hate to break it to you, Bess, but he's engaged.
Now there's a real crime.
Right, Bess. Humanity is devastated.
I'm trying to meet with Professor Hotchkiss to find out what was stolen from her room, but she won't open her door to discuss it.
That's odd. I wonder what she's so nervous about. I'll bet she's hiding something in her room.
Like what, Bess? The elephant that trampled the library? She's probably just a little freaked. I mean, if her room really was robbed, you'll find a way to make her trust you, Nancy. I'll bet Bess's last slice of pizza on it.
Hey.
It seems like every time I talk to Dexter, he has a new chore for me to do.
He's probably just overwhelmed being the only one on duty.
Next, he'll probably ask me to take out the garbage.
Think of it as a strategic investment, Nancy. I'll bet he knows a lot about the castle. It couldn't hurt to get on his good side.
I wish he'd just fix my radiator.
The other possibility is that he's up to something, and he needs to keep you busy so you won't notice. I guess you should help him out, Nancy, but keep your eyes open.
Help! I'm a little stuck.
Don't be afraid to catch a lift now and then in the course of your investigation.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people!
Did you get the menu?
Sure did. How about opening the door so I can give it to you?
Oh, you're a sneaky one. Just slip it under the door, please. Nice and easy. No funny stuff. Did you get the menu?
No, I don't have it yet.
You toy with me while my belly rumbles? Why? Why?
Did you bring Hotchkiss a menu?
Whoops. I guess I forgot.
That's a shame.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
Lisa told me you were in the Olympics. What was that like?
Disappointing, frustrating, humiliating.
Sounds like one of those valuable learning experiences you might never live down.
Oh, you said it, Nancy. It was the worst day of my life. To fall flat on my face with my family, my country, and the rest of the world watching.
I'll talk to you later.
Ciao!
It's locked. It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck. I'm not sure if I can make it. Alley-oop!
Did you get the menu?
Sure did. How about opening the door so I can give it to you?
Oh, you're a sneaky one. Just slip it under the door, please. Nice and easy. No funny stuff. Baby back ribs, yes. Oh, chili cheese dog, fried bologna sandwich. I'm not usually much of a meat eater, but very well. 50 drumsticks, please. Chicken, that is. Cluck, cluck.
Sure. 50 drumsticks. Whatever makes you happy.
Rock and roll, dear.
Can I help you?
The professor has changed her order. Seems she's developed an appetite for chicken drumsticks. 50 of them.
Okay then, drumsticks we got. Oops, but I guess Jock better take that bag of chicken legs out of the freezer. Will you tell him? And then take the rest of the day off, kid. Your radiator's as good as fixed.
I was in the elevator and it got stuck between floors. I had to climb out the top and I just barely made it up to the floor above. Do you think you'll be able to fix it?
Well, I doubt it's broken. I'll check the power switch in the basement. Glad you're okay, but don't go climbing around the elevator shaft anymore. It's dangerous in there.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
Dexter needs you to defrost that big bag of chicken legs.
Oh la la la, what does he think I am? A sous chef?
I'll talk to you later.
Allez, bye-bye.
It's like the North Pole out there.
It's locked.
Is that you, Brandy? Oh, I'm glad you're here. At the moment, my theory is rising like a magnificent souffle. I need to collect a few more ingredients, if you will, but it's a delicate situation. If I leave my room even for a moment, I fear the souffle will come crashing down in a heap.
You're cooking a souffle in there?
Oh, don't take me too literally, dear. What I need is some information about the castle. Hard numbers. I've come to the conclusion that you are an enterprising and faithful soul. Therefore, I have decided to entrust you with this important mission. Who knows? If you succeed, I might whisk you away from the hotel business to be my personal research assistant.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, but I was just on my way to a big, fluffy couch. I am on vacation, you know.
I see. Well, I don't suppose we have anything further to discuss. Goodbye. Not now, please. I'm trying to think. Unless you've decided to help me.
Nope, just looking for someone to play Scrabble with me.
Ha ha ha. Very funny. Now, vamoose, and let me work.
Did you see I fixed your radiator?
Okay, see ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. This is a recording.
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. What's the latest?
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
If you want to get this case moving, you're going to have to check out the library, right? But stay on your toes in there, and be ready to do a disappearing act. You don't want to get busted for trespassing.
Bye, Ned.
Go get him, Nancy.
Hello?
Hi, it's me.
How's it going, Nancy? Are things calming down around the castle?
Not unless you find it calming to climb out of a stuck elevator.
What do you mean stuck? The elevator broke down?
Well, that's what I thought. Until I talked to Dexter, who said it was probably the power switch in the basement.
But, Nancy, how could the power switch just go off while you were in the elevator?
Maybe someone turned it off. But why?
That's what I'm wondering.
How did you climb out anyway?
I climbed through a hatch in the roof of the cab and just barely made it up to the next floor.
So you were standing on top of the elevator in the open shaft? Way up high? Ugh, just the thought of it makes my stomach do somersaults.
Anything interesting in the elevator shaft?
Just a metal ladder leading up to this ventilation duct or something. Nothing unusual. except that the cover for the duct looked like it was about to fall off.
Maybe someone needed to inspect the duct and forgot to replace the grate?
Or maybe the duct leads somewhere, like to buried gold, or a hidden...
Bess, that was Nancy's last case. She's in Wisconsin now, not San Francisco.
Help! I'm a little stuck.
Getting into that library is gonna take some escalated problem solving, Nancy.
Don't you mean elevated, Bess?
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Not now, please. I'm trying to think. Unless you've decided to help me.
Nancy Drew, at your service.
Marvelous! Here's what I need to know. On what date was the Bastille prison destroyed during the French Revolution? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Yes, did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget. Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. Eureka! If there's one thing I like in a young person, it's ingenuity. Now, I've got work to do. Time to stir the cauldron and stoke the fire. But if you'd like to talk, I'll be holding office hours in the lobby between 3 and 6 a.m. Meet me then.
It's stuck. The elevator's in the way. There's something down there.
Okay, I hear you. Darn you crazy old man. I know you hid that thing around here somewhere. The least you could have done was left me a hint. have time to clean this up?
Sure is dusty.
So what'd you find in the library?
How do you know I was in the library?
Oh, come on, Nancy. You've been on the prowl. I can tell by the sparkle in your eye.
Wow, is it that obvious? I guess I'll have to work on my poker face.
I knew it! So, what'd you find in there? Dead bodies? Ezra Wickford's icky childhood bug collection?
Actually, I did find a secret room of Ezra Wickford's, but no bodies or treasure. There were a few bugs, now that you mention it.
Really? What else? Do tell.
I found out that Dexter actually grew up here with Ezra until he started getting in trouble with the law and Ezra disowned him. Can you believe it?
That is weird. You're such the detective, Nancy. I can't wait to hear what you find out next.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
Can I help you?
So, did you grow up around here?
You could say that.
Did you know the original owner, Ezra Wickford, when he lived here?
You could say that.
What was he like?
They call it the past for a reason, okay? Because it's over.
So, do you know if Ezra Wickford had a place where he liked to go and think? Someplace he thought of as a refuge?
There was a private area of the garden. Yeah. The entrance was hidden, so no one could bother him there.
Do you think I could go check it out?
Forget about it. There's nothing out there but dead weeds and crumbling statues.
Were you allowed to go out there?
Once in a while he'd bring me out there and teach me about his favorite flowers, but that was like 100 years ago.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
Ah, Nancy, ¿cómo se va?
I'll talk to you later.
A bientôt.
It's like the North Pole out there.
Ned Nickerson Hotline, can I help you?
Well, hello there. I sure hope you can help.
Hey Nancy, I thought it might be you. What's up?
How can I get to that secret door when the elevator's always in the way?
How about calling the elevator up to another floor?
But then how do I get into the elevator shaft? I can't just climb out of the elevator and then jump.
Guess you'll have to go through that ventilation duct and climb down the ladder.
So you're recommending I go through the front door of the library?
Sure, I know it's a little boring for your taste, but at least the burglar alarm will spice things up a little. You'd better do some research on that code.
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Gee, Nancy, I wish I could help, but I don't know what to do.
Bye, Ned.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi, George.
Hey, Nancy. What's the latest?
That ventilation duct in the elevator shaft? It leads to the library.
I knew it! So you got inside?
Did the vandal do a lot of damage?
It was a mess in there, all right. The vandal even clawed a big hole in one of the walls. He or she must have been desperate to find something.
Like what?
I don't know. Before I could really investigate, Dexter came in.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
I hid back in the duct. He was looking for something, and then he left.
Well, that sounds awfully suspicious. Didn't he say he didn't want anything touched until the police came?
Right, I know.
Wow. I wonder what everyone is looking for.
Maybe one of the books in the library contains a secret code.
Or a treasure map.
Or maybe I'm too late. Maybe the vandal already found it. Whatever it was.
Apparently old Dexter doesn't think so.
Get this. I found a secret room in the library.
Secret room?
It looks like it was Ezra Wickford's study. Would you believe that Dexter Egan was Wickford's adopted son once upon a time? Until Wickford disowned him?
Why was Dexter disowned?
He was convicted of a felony, counterfeiting. I guess Wickford didn't want any more to do with him after that.
Well, that's a checkered past if I ever heard of one. Wonder what he's doing back at the castle.
Maybe he wants revenge.
Revenge on who? Wickford's dead.
It's not logical, George. It's revenge.
Wickford wrote Dexter a farewell poem before he died.
The inventor of chocolate milk was a poet too?
Yum. I could write a poem or two about chocolate milk.
It says that he hid some sort of luck charm for Dexter to find.
Where?
Something about his old thinking spot somewhere out in the garden. Funny, but I didn't see any garden when I came in.
Well, you can't exactly tiptoe through the tulips when they're buried under 6 feet of snow.
Never mind my cheeky cousin over there, Nancy. When the storm passes, you should go out and see what you can find.
I've been doing some research on Marie Antoinette.
Find anything interesting?
Apparently, Marie Antoinette was once given an extravagant tiara with a ruby, a sapphire, an emerald, and a humongous diamond in it. But she hated it and refused to wear it.
Who ever heard of a queen who hated jewels?
What's even weirder is that before she was executed, the tiara just disappeared. Nobody has ever found it.
Maybe it's somewhere right in Wickford Castle. And that's what the vandal tore the library apart looking for.
Or it could be the old childhood luck charm Wickford mentioned in the poem. Maybe that's what you saw Dexter hunting for.
Who ever heard of a kid carrying around a bazillion-dollar tiara for good luck?
Help! I'm a little stuck.
I don't know.
Me neither.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Welcome to the voicemail system. Please press 0 to retrieve messages. First message, to go to the next message.
Can I help you?
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Nancy, dear, welcome to the witching hour. Isn't it marvelous to be up and about when others are sound asleep? I find my brainwaves are at their most powerful during this time.
Yes, this big old place does feel quiet at this hour. But do you think everyone is really asleep? I mean, if this is the only time you're away from your room, when else could you have been robbed?
You're right on that. This is the only time that someone could break into my room. But why are you so interested in this robbery anyway?
Actually, it's Dexter who's most concerned. He seems to feel very responsible for everything going smoothly at the castle while Christy Lane is away. And, well, I guess things aren't going too smoothly. I'm just trying to help him out.
I'd like to tell you more about the robbery, but I'm afraid it just wouldn't be good for my blood pressure. I'm traumatized, you see, because the stolen item was a keepsake from a dear friend, and it was a cornerstone of my theory. I'm sure you understand.
Can you tell me anything about this theory of yours?
Well, you probably know by now that I'm a scholar of French history. My specialty is Marie Antoinette. Oh, poor Marie, the most misunderstood queen of the 18th century. Marie used to visit the very tower that now belongs to this castle. I'm convinced that this place holds evidence that will forever change the way the world views Marie. But the walls have ears, so I'd rather not say any more right now. If you're really interested, why don't you go up to my room and have a look around yourself? You've been such a great help to me, almost like an apprentice. Oh, I've always wanted an apprentice.
Oh, that's all right, Professor. I don't want to invade your privacy.
I insist! Your mind is like a ravenous monkey gobbling up every banana in its path. Oh, how can I stand in the way? Here's my extra pass key. I get back to work at 6 a.m. sharp, so just make sure you vacate the premises by 5:59 and put things back where you find them. It's all scientifically organized in there.
What did you mean when you said Marie Antoinette was misunderstood?
Everyone thought Marie did nothing but spend France's money on jewels and fancy soap for herself, while her people were starving. History books have upheld the myth that she was just a spoiled and heartless brat, but I don't believe it.
What do you believe?
I believe that she's been the victim of vicious rumors and lazy historians for too long, and that if the real story could be told, people would realize that Marie Antoinette was actually a good woman who wanted to help her people but didn't know how.
Do you know anything about a tiara that was given to Marie Antoinette?
The infamous tiara, of course! Oh, people thought Marie had this extravagant piece commissioned for herself, and they hated her for it. But really, it was her husband, King Louis XVI, who had it made for her birthday. Oh, she didn't want it, refused to wear it. And then, a few months before the revolution broke out, the tiara disappeared.
What do you mean it disappeared?
It was never found. There were rumors that she had it destroyed, but no one has ever been able to prove this.
See you soon.
Right-o! Testing. Can anyone hear me? Hotchkiss to Earth. Come in, Earth. Oh, okay. I think we're rolling. Now, let's get a look at these hallways. So rich in detail. You'd never know this place was built in 1920. It's all so 18th C. Oh, and there's Marie. I feel so close to her, just being here. It's as if her spirit is in the air, sweet as the smell of fried chicken. Hello, my fellow night owl. Or perhaps I should say hoot hoot. Ooh, did you find anything of interest in my room?
I did pop in there, though interesting doesn't begin to describe the place. Would you mind if I went back another time?
Of course not. Pop in all you like, just not when I'm working.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
It's locked.
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. How's the case coming along?
How do you think Professor Hotchkiss ended up with Marie Antoinette's green medallion?
It sounds like Marie gave the medallion to the family of that Baroness Helga in Austria. Maybe Helga gave it to Hotchkiss when they became friends in order to help with her research.
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Gee, Nancy, I wish I could help, but I don't know what to do.
Bye, Ned.
Keep me posted.
Hello?
George?
And best too. What's new, Nancy?
Help. I'm a little stuck.
I don't know.
Me neither.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Welcome to the voicemail system. Please press 0 to retrieve messages. To leave the system, please press 3. First message. To go to the next message, press 2. To second message.
Nancy, this is your mentor speaking. Things are looking uncommonly out of sorts in here. I just hope I haven't had another intruder. Please remember that passkey I gave you is not for sharing.
To leave the system, please press 3. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yes, dear?
See you soon.
Right-o!
It's locked.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
I was just looking for the castle's soda pop machine. What you working on?
I can explain, Nancy, but please, don't tell anyone that you found me here. If I get sent back to France, my fiancé will give up on me, and I will have let down my family again.
How can you expect me to keep quiet while you go around destroying the castle? If you're willing to saw through this gate, then you must be the one who wrecked the library too.
Nancy, I had nothing to do with what happened in the library. I swear, the tower holds a valuable French historical document. If I can find it and return it to France, perhaps I can make up for my failure at the Olympics.
What makes you believe this French document still exists in a tower that was imported to Wisconsin 80-some years ago?
The tower first belonged to the Chateau Rochemont in France. When Ezra Wickford bought the tower, my great-grandfather was the master carpenter in charge of dismantling it and preparing it for shipment. One day, when he was working alone, he found a secret compartment in one of the walls.
Then what happened?
Inside, he found an old journal with a royal crest on the cover and a medallion with a strange blue stone in it. But he heard other carpenters coming, so he hid the medallion in his pocket and sealed the journal back in the compartment. Before he could get back to study the journal and return the medallion, the tower was dismantled and shipped to America. He never learned who the journal belonged to or what it said.
Why didn't your great-grandfather tell anyone about his discovery?
He thought if he told his story, Ezra Wickford might get angry, accuse him of interfering with the project, and try to ruin his name as a carpenter. So he kept quiet.
So, how do you know all of this?
I was his only great-grandson. On his deathbed, he gave me the medallion and told me the whole story. He begged me to come here to Wisconsin to find the journal and return it to France.
You must feel a real sense of responsibility to carry out your great-grandfather's dying wish.
Oh yes, of course. But it's not just for my great-grandfather. It is for France. The journal bore a royal seal. It must have belonged to Marie Antoinette, because she used to visit the tower during the Revolution. So perhaps it contains her confessions, or perhaps it contains proof of her innocence. Either way, the contents of that journal could change French history forever.
But how do you think the medallion fits in? What's its significance?
I have no idea. I believe whoever hid that journal must have left the medallion with it as a part of their message. But what? Nancy, do you think you could help me? Let me show you this medallion, and maybe you'll be able to tell me what it's for.
I might be willing to help you, but you have to tell Christy everything. I'm sure she'll understand, and then you won't have to sneak around in the middle of the night, haunting the castle with that screeching hacksaw.
Okay, Nancy, I see your point. I will explain everything to Christy Lane as soon as possible. Now will you help me? I think this medallion will interest you, and maybe you'll have some idea what it's for. It's in my locker. Will you go get it while I take care of something? The combination is 2665. I'll meet you in the locker room in a minute.
Well, as long as you promise to tell Christy what's going on.
You're the best, Nancy.
That's what they tell me. It's locked.
Hello?
George?
And Bess too. What's new, Nancy?
Help. I'm a little stuck.
I don't know.
Me neither.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. How's the case coming along?
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Gee, Nancy, I wish I could help, but I don't know what to do.
Bye, Ned.
Go get him, Nancy.
Can I help you?
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
Well, if it isn't Dexter's Little Cinderella.
When you researched this place, did you find any references to a secret garden?
Not that I remember. But I probably wasn't even thinking about gardens. I mean, it's hardly croquet weather.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
Headache headquarters. Nancy here.
Nancy, it's Jacques. What happened? Are you okay?
I don't really know what happened. I opened your locker like you said, and then it was lights out Nancy.
But you do have my medallion, right?
They didn't find it when they picked me up off the floor?
Oh la la, you can't be serious.
I'm sorry, Jacques. I know how important that medallion was to you.
This is too much. Oh la la! Unbelievable!
Welcome to the voicemail system. First message.
Yeah, Miss Drew. This is Dexter at the front desk. Can you come down when you're feeling better? I need to talk to you for a minute. Thanks.
To go to the next message, press 2. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thanks for coming down. I've been wanting to talk to you. How's your head? Did you slip or what?
Well, let's just say someone must be trying to tell me to get a little more rest on this vacation. Anyway, I'm planning on making a speedy recovery.
It's just that when I found you out cold in the basement and hauled you back to your room, I noticed all this red dirt on your shoes. I'm just curious where it came from.
Red dirt? I guess it could have come from anywhere. I really don't know. I hope I didn't track it around the castle, though. Did I?
No, you didn't track it around the castle. Guess it's a mystery. But listen, I don't want to find you out cold on the floor again, so watch your step, Missy. Whatever it is, I'm sure you don't need my help.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Ever find out what Hotchkiss lost?
Not yet, but now that I'm her honorary research assistant, I'll be able to study her room. Hopefully I'll pick up some clues in there while I'm brushing up on my French history.
Teacher's pet. Make sure to come tell me if your research turns up any dirt.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Hello?
George?
And best too. What's new, Nancy?
After I got knocked out, Dexter called me down to the front desk to ask me where the red dirt on my shoes came from.
What did you tell him?
I played dumb, like I didn't know. I thought he'd be mad if he knew I'd been prowling around in those tunnels.
So what's the problem?
I'm afraid he didn't believe me.
That's because you're lousy at playing dumb.
You should just tell him the truth, Nancy. After all, you don't want to do anything to make him suspicious of you.
I went back to check out Jacques' locker, and I found a pamphlet about diamonds, a letter from his fiancée, and a warning notice from immigration.
Did his fiancée sound cute in her letter?
Actually, she sounded upset. She wants him to hurry up and do something, but I'm not sure what.
Sounds like that guy is under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I hope he's not marrying her just to stay in the country. Help! I'm a little stuck.
Now that the storm has passed, you'll probably want to get out for a breath of fresh air.
And frozen air is the freshest, isn't it, George?
Nothing gets stale at 10 below, that's for sure.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. How's the case coming along?
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Now that the storm has passed, I'm sure you want to do some outdoor investigating. Just don't stay out there for too long. You won't be nearly as effective if your brain freezes over.
Bye, Ned.
Keep me posted.
Yes, dear?
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Something's missing here.
Oh, what's this? It appears to be some kind of peephole. But what, pray, does it peep upon? Shall I peep? La la, I do believe I'll peep. The beauty, the colors. So this is what Helga told me to look for. Where's my medallion? It fits! Note to self, high five Team Hotchkiss! And what's this? A message? Eureka! It says the diamond... Yes, dear?
Can you tell me what this means in English? La solution se trouve dedans.
Well, trouver is to find, and solution is just like it sounds, solution. The solution is found within.
I saw a letter on your desk from your friend, the Baroness von Hunseldorf, and I'm just wondering, did the medallion she gave you have a blue stone in it by any chance?
Heavens no! Where did you hear such a thing? My medallion had a green stone in it. Anything else would be a mere imposter, a flaming faker, do you hear me?
What do you think of Lisa Ostrom?
That Leslie, yes, a real dynamo, but... I told Chester that I would not require any maid service during my stay. I don't know why she didn't get the message.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
I have no time to talk to you.
Mr. Egan, that red dirt you asked me about, it came from the tunnel that leads to the Queen's Tower. I should have told you in the first place, but I was afraid you'd be mad.
I was wondering when you were gonna come to your senses and fess up. Am I mad? Nope. If you must know, I'm impressed. Ezra Wickford set that secret door up so nobody would be able to find it. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with getting into that tower. Ezra told me that if I could get through the secret door, he'd take me up to see the Queen's Tower. Finally, I got into the tunnel, and when I came out with that red dirt all over me, he laughed. He was actually proud of me.
That's an amazing story, Mr. Egan. I'm glad you're not angry. I guess I'm just as curious as you once were.
I'd say you earned the right to check out the tower for yourself. But you gotta get through that gate, right? There's an old skeleton key in the maintenance shed. Now that the storm's passed, you can go out and get it. But be careful. It's still dead cold out there.
I don't want to press my luck with you, but I sure would like to see Ezra's private garden. Could you tell me how to find it?
It's nothing but wasteland out there. If you're bent on tromping around in the cold, go left when you get outside, away from the shed. Look for a wrought iron gate. You'll figure out the rest.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye. Hey there, Nancy.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Hey, Nancy.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
Nancy, I still cannot believe you lost my medallion. How could you have been so careless?
Why did you send me to get your medallion in the first place? Was that some kind of setup?
Setup? What are you talking about? All I know is my medallion is gone. I should never have trusted you.
My sentiments exactly. Goodbye.
Au revoir, little Miss Nightmare. Look, keep the stupid medallion. It's yours.
It's locked.
Look, keep the stupid medallion. It's yours.
Glad you came down to talk. Get this. I saw Dexter walking out to the maintenance shack with this, green ornament thing in his hand. He's up to something, right? Maybe you should check it out.
Thanks for the tip, Lisa. I think I will. Want to come along?
Thanks, Nancy, but you're the brainiac. I'll just guard this comfy chair and wait for your report.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
Hey there, Nancy.
You've been holding out on me, Mr. Egan. I read in an old issue of the Daily Telegraph that you grew up here, right in this castle.
All right. I did live here for a few years, once upon a time. I was an orphan until Ezra Wickford came along and adopted me. But I left the castle when I was 16, and I never saw him again. That's the story, all right?
But why did you leave?
Some things can't be explained, kid. It was a long time ago, and nothing can change it now.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Hello?
George?
And Bess too. What's new, Nancy?
You'll never guess what Lisa told me.
What?
Apparently, she saw Dexter on his way out to the shed, carrying some kind of green ornament. Do you think it could be a medallion?
It's possible.
That sounds like a hot tip, Nancy. Have you checked it out yet?
I will, but I'm still warming up for my last outdoor venture. It's like the North Pole out there.
Well, be careful. We don't want you to come home with frostbitten toes.
This is so weird. I found the blue medallion from Jacques' locker in Hotchkiss's room, but she says her medallion had a green stone.
Wow, Nancy. Sounds like you need a personal medallion assistant just to keep track.
You're not kidding. But does this mean that Hotchkiss is the one who conked me over the head? Do you think I should return Jacques' medallion to him?
For now, you should keep all of your discoveries to yourself, Nancy.
Except tell us everything, of course.
There sure is a lot of talk about diamonds around this place.
And it's no coincidence, if you ask me.
The diamond from Marie's tiara must be hidden somewhere in that castle.
My thoughts exactly.
And you've got to find it before it falls into the wrong hands.
Betcha $5 she's already thought of that too, George.
I found Ezra Wickford's secret garden. You'll never guess what Dexter's boyhood luck charm was.
A rabbit's foot?
A little green leprechaun?
Guess again. A medallion with a red stone in it. Do you think I should give it back to Dexter?
Oh yeah, like honesty is the best policy with creepy convicts?
I think George is politely trying to say that you should find out what the medallion's for before you breathe a word of it to anyone. You'll probably need it to solve this mystery.
Help! I'm a little stuck.
Aren't you going to follow up on Lisa's tip?
Just don't be afraid to cause a ruckus if you get into any danger out there.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. How's the case coming along?
How do you think Ezra Wickford got his hands on Marie Antoinette's red medallion?
Maybe Monsieur Leboeuf took it from Marie when he captured her at Varennes. And then Wickford bought it from Leboeuf's family when he bought the library.
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Aren't you going to follow up on Lisa's tip? Maybe Dexter is hiding something in that shed. Just don't be afraid to cause a ruckus if you get into any danger out there.
Bye, Ned.
Bye.
Hey there, Nancy.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
I'm locked out. If I don't get inside soon, I'll freeze to death.
It's freezing out here.
What the? What's going on out here? Is that you, Nancy? Come inside. It's freezing out here. What kind of a stunt was that, Missy?
I was freezing. That stunt was my version of an SOS.
Well then, what can I say except good thinking? Hey there, Nancy.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Nancy, I heard you got locked out. You could have frozen to death. So, what was Dexter hiding out there?
I don't know. It just looked like your average maintenance shed to me. So, next time you give me a hot tip, Lisa, it better come with some earmuffs.
Huh, I thought for sure I was onto something. I still think Dexter's shady. I'd keep an eye on him if I were you.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Hello?
Hi, Ned.
Hey, Detective, any new developments?
I went outside to follow up on a tip that Lisa gave me, and I got locked out.
Uh-oh. How did that happen?
I don't know, but it was scary. I thought I was going to turn into a human popsicle out there.
Thank goodness you're okay. How'd you get back inside?
I sent an SOS by activating the ski lift, and Dexter found me.
You're some problem solver.
Well, at least I've got that going for me.
Which is good. I just hope he didn't lock you out on purpose in the first place. Maybe to scare you off. Did anything pan out on that tip?
Not a thing. But then, I was in such a rush. Maybe I didn't investigate enough.
You'd better go back out there and double check. Just be careful. I've got a weird feeling about old Lisa.
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Aren't you going to follow up on Lisa's tip? Maybe Dexter is hiding something in that shed. Just don't be afraid to cause a ruckus if you get into any danger out there.
Bye, Ned.
Keep me posted.
Hello?
George?
And Bess too. What's new, Nancy?
Help. I'm a little stuck.
Aren't you going to follow up on Lisa's tip?
Just don't be afraid to cause a ruckus if you get into any danger out there.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people!
Hey there, Nancy.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
It's locked. It's locked.
Hey there, Nancy.
I'm trying to get into the tower, but I can't get across that big pit.
I can help you, but we shouldn't talk about it now. Not here. Call me later.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye. This is Dexter.
It's Nancy, hoping you can help me now. But why the sudden hush-hush? Do you smell a rat?
The information you request is highly sensitive, young lady. That's top secret in case you were wondering. Now, I've been around the block a few times, and if there's one thing I've learned, it's that you can't be too careful. If you want answers, we do it my way, see?
Sure thing, Mr. Egan. I just hope the phone's not bugged.
All right. Just give me the question.
I think that's it for now. Thanks, Dexter.
See ya, kid.
Hello?
George?
And Bess too. What's new, Nancy?
Help. I'm a little stuck.
Those hanging chains in the tunnel are the key to getting across the pit.
Look around in the tunnel for a clue as to what position each chain should be in.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Nancy.
See ya!
Hey there, Nancy.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
It's locked. Looks like some kind of prison.
Hey there, Nancy.
I got across the pit, but I'm stuck at the bottom of the tower stairs.
I can help you, but we shouldn't talk about it now. Not here. Call me later.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then. This is Dexter.
I got across the pit, but I can't get up to the Queen's Tower. There are too many stairs missing. What's the point of that game at the bottom of the stairs anyway?
That's just another one of Ezra's security contraptions. The key is to get each of those pieces to the home that matches it. Whatever direction you move a piece in, it'll keep going till it hits a wall or another piece. So the pieces can work as blockades to help each other get home. Play around with it. When you get it, everything will come together. You'll see what I mean. Anything else?
I think that's it for now. Thanks, Dexter.
Hello?
George?
And best too. What's new, Nancy?
Help. I'm a little stuck.
The only thing between you and the Queen's Tower now is those missing stairs.
Solve the puzzle at the bottom of the stairs by getting each of those pieces to the home that matches it.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
It's locked.
Hey there, Nancy.
Is that some sort of puzzle on the wall at the Queen's Tower?
I can help you. but we shouldn't talk about it now. Not here. Call me later.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye. This is Dexter.
The Queen's Tower is amazing, but there seems to be something wrong with the leaf pattern on one of the walls. It's all mixed up.
Yeah, I've never been able to unscramble those panels. Too bad I can't take you into the library, so you can at least see what the pattern is supposed to look like. What other questions do you got?
What's up with those holes in the crest on the floor of the tower room?
I've always wondered that myself. Seems like something's missing from the crest. Like different objects should fit in those holes, but I don't know what. What other questions do you got?
I think that's it for now. Thanks, Dexter.
Hello?
George?
And best too. What's new, Nancy?
Help. I'm a little stuck.
You're getting close to Marie's journal.
You just need to unscramble that leaf pattern on the wall.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Hey there, Nancy.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Alrighty then.
Yes, dear?
See you soon.
Righto!
George?
And best too. What's new, Nancy?
Help. I'm a little stuck.
You've got to find out what the journal says.
I'd leave Jacques out of it if I were you.
But maybe Hotchkiss could translate. She must be fluent in French.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people!
Hello?
Ned, I finally got into the Queen's Tower. Would you believe I had to get past some retracting stairs first?
So if the stairs are retracted, you can't go up the tower?
Right.
Some security system. I wouldn't want to be standing on the stairs when they decided to start disappearing back into the wall.
Me neither. It would be quite a fall.
So what did you find in the tower room?
I found the secret compartment, and sure enough, Marie Antoinette's journal was inside.
What did it say?
I'm not sure. It's all in French.
Sounds like you need a translator. Who do you trust more, Jacques or Professor Hotchkiss?
Well, Jacques is hardly even talking to me since my little head bump incident.
I don't like the sound of that guy anyway. And besides, Hotchkiss is just typing like mad in her room, not sawing through iron gates. See if she'll translate it for you.
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
You need to find out what the journal says. I don't trust that Jacques Brunet. But what about Hotchkiss? She must be fluent in French.
Bye, Ned.
Keep me posted.
Yes, dear?
I found something that I think you'll be very interested in. It seems to be some kind of journal. I think it was written by Marie Antoinette herself.
What? Let me see that. This is it. I've been trying to track this down for 15 years. Where on earth did you find it?
Well, it's a long story, but I happened to find a way into the Queen's Tower, where I happened to find a secret compartment. I think this must be what the vandal was after.
Nancy, I must warn you. I'll wrestle you for this if I have to, and it won't be pretty.
I'm on a mission of my own, Professor, so we're going to have to make a deal. I place the journal in your hands, you translate it for me. Does that sound fair?
Absolutely. I'll get to work on it right away. I'll have the translation ready in my room for you this time tomorrow. Until then, I mustn't be disturbed.
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. What's the latest?
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
You must be dying to know what those messages mean. I bet Hotchkiss would be happy to translate them for you.
Bye, Ned.
Keep me posted.
Hey there, Nancy.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Look, keep the stupid medallion. It's yours. Look, keep the stupid medallion. It's yours.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
I'm so glad you stopped by. I've translated the entire journal. It's fabulous! And as an added bonus, it includes Marie's official decoder, something no one else has ever found before.
What does l'espoir à ceux qui cherchent mean?
Let's see. Well, espoir is hope, and chercher is to search. Hope to those who search.
Can you translate this for me? Le diamant de misère dans mon journal.
Now, where the heck have I seen that phrase before? Well, anyway, it means the diamond of misery in my journal.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
I think I see what the symbols in the stained glass mean now. Let's see. Purple rose, whole diamond, key of queen. But where have I seen a purple rose? And what's a diamond key?
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. What's the latest?
According to the decoder, the symbols in the stained glass window mean purple rose holds diamond key of queen.
Purple rose, diamond key.
What do you think that's supposed to mean?
Well, it's probably safe to say that any real rose from Marie Antoinette's time is wilted and gone by now, right? So maybe it's a picture of a rose you're looking for. Something hidden behind a picture. And I don't know what a diamond key is, unless maybe it means key to the diamond.
What do you think hope to those who search means?
Well, it's pretty cryptic. But it sounds like whoever left the message wanted to encourage the curious. Like you, Nancy.
What do you think diamond of misery in my journal means?
Marie Antoinette's about the only person I ever heard of who could be made miserable by a diamond. She wouldn't actually be able to hide it in the pages of her journal. But maybe she wrote about it. Or maybe the journal tells where it is.
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
That portrait of Marie Antoinette in the tower. Don't you see? It's all part of her plan. She meant for you to pry off those purple rose tiles. You'll need a sharp tool. Maybe the guy in the suit of armor can lend you one.
Bye, Ned.
Keep me posted.
Hello?
George?
And best too. What's new, Nancy?
Help. I'm a little stuck.
The purple rose in the portrait in the tower.
Don't you see? It's all part of her plan.
You'll need a sharp tool. There must be someone who could lend you one.
If there's any chivalry left in the world.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Watch out for weird people!
Hello there. Oh, it's so exciting about your discovery. I wonder what it will lead to.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Hey there, Nancy.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Hi there, how's it going?
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
It's locked.
It's locked. I need something to pry these tiles off. Something's missing here. The diamond!
Woo! Will you look at that sparkly rock? And me without my sunglasses.
Hi, Lisa. How did you get in here?
I followed you, of course. Turns out a nosy, goody-two-shoes detective is good to have around after all. Now why don't you toss me that big honkin' diamond so I can blow this popsicle stand and never set foot in lame-o Wisconsin again?
Lisa, you must be kidding me. This diamond belongs in a museum in France.
Yeah? Well, I belong in the lap of luxury, and that diamond's gonna get me there. Hasn't anybody ever told you to mind your own business?
Oh, many times.
Well, maybe this time you'll learn.
My eyes!
Don't worry. My spicy devil villain venom won't last for long. But I'm afraid by the time you get your eyes back, you'll have missed my grand exit.
So you're the one who trapped me in the elevator!
Ooh, you are a smarty pants. But let's not forget about your little frostbite incident. I'm the rotten friend who locked you outside too, you know. Just trying to keep you on your toes, Nancy. Didn't want you to get soft on your vacation.
Are you the one who conked me on the head in the locker room?
Ouch. I bet that hurt. But I had to get the medallion somehow, didn't I? I hope we can still be friends.
Why did you leave Jacques' medallion at Hotchkiss's room? And Hotchkiss's medallion out in the shed?
To spread suspicion around, of course. You know, to play with your mind. Plus, I was at a dead end. I got the 2 messages from the stained glass window, but then what? I knew you would figure it out, so I decided to put the medallions in your hands and let you lead the way.
Why did you have to vandalize that beautiful library?
Just a little translation mix-up. When I read the message from Hotchkiss's medallion, I thought it meant Diamond of Misery in the library. Whoops, guess I went a little overboard looking for it in there. Anyway, enough with the questions, Nancy. You'll just have to read the rest in the papers.
I've got to stop her.
Help! Get me out of here! It stinks down here. It's all moldy. Darn you, Nancy Drew. You're the worst friend a diamond thief could ever have.
Dear Dad, to think I almost became friends with a diamond thief. Everyone at Wickford Castle is resting easier now that Marie Antoinette's journal and her famous diamond are safe and sound. The journal, the diamond, and the medallions are all going to be featured in a new Marie Antoinette exhibit in Paris, and it looks like everyone will be rewarded. Except Lisa, of course. First, she missed her plane to Rio, and now she's going to be charged with attempted grand theft. Professor Hotchkiss is thrilled because the French government has granted her permission to publish Marie's journal in the U.S. before it gets returned to France. This ought to help prove her theory about Marie's character once and for all. Thanks to Jacques and his great-grandfather's efforts to find the journal, the Brunet name is being celebrated all over France. In the meantime, Jacques and Isabel have eloped. It's so romantic. I showed Dexter the poem that Ezra Wickford wrote him, and he was relieved to know that his old pop didn't carry any hard feelings to his grave. All the talk shows want Dexter to tell his story on national television, but he keeps turning them down. I guess he doesn't want to be famous or infamous. But when Christy Lane called and asked Dexter to be her business partner, he accepted. With her business sense and Dexter's expert knowledge of the castle, I think they'll make a great team. So, you know what they say, Dad? Il n'est jamais trop tard de changer l'histoire. It's never too late to change history. Me, I'm determined to go out and enjoy this snow before some other case comes up. See you soon. Love, Nancy.